Hey everyone, it's Natalie. Welcome to my channel. Today I am super excited to be kicking off a brand new series here on this channel called Messy to Minimal, where I go through each room in my house. I take stock of what I have, the things that I need or don't need anymore, do a huge declutter, a deep dive, reorganize everything, and then hopefully say goodbye to a lot of junk that I just simply don't need anymore. As parents to 3 young children, it can be challenging for my husband Weston and I to keep our home under control, to keep it organized, to keep the number of items that we have in our home on the more minimal side. And lately, we've kind of gotten out of that mindset. I think with the holiday season, stuff just started to creep into our home. We got some clutter creep. We just have some stuff that we don't need. And there are some areas in our home that we need to revisit how we go about organizing. So that's what this series is. Today, we are starting in the kitchen because it is the heart of the home. I've mentioned in other cleaning videos that I really like to start in the kitchen because it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the projects in the house. And it's always great at the end of the day to come back to a kitchen that is organized like a well-oiled machine. So that's my goal. And I feel like I have to give this disclaimer. The term minimalism is so fluid and it can mean something different for everyone. For our family, minimalism simply means everything that we own has a purpose and actually gets used on a regular basis. So that's the mindset that I'm using going into this big project, starting here in the kitchen in today's video. And I hope you guys enjoy this series. I hope it gives you lots of encouragement and motivation and some inspiration if you are looking to tackle the clutter in your own home. If you enjoy this video while you're watching it and you're excited about this new series, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Be sure you're subscribed if you haven't done so already. Turn that bell button on so you don't miss the rest of the videos in this series that I'm going to be coming out with over the next few months, and any other videos that I publish on my channel. I make lifestyle and mommy videos, and I would love to see you back for more. Okay, so this is where I'm gonna start here in the kitchen. This is my little espresso stand, kind of coffee station. It's multifunctional. It also has like a basket of fruit usually here, and then down in this super ugly cabinet, I have food storage containers and some bakeware and then some other like coffee making supplies. But this cabinet, it's really old. I got it secondhand just because I needed something to put my espresso machine on when we moved into this house. The top is all warped and water damaged. It was actually like that when I got it, and it's only gotten worse. And then the side here, it was like a full cabinet that went up, and I just took the top off, but like this cardboard backing is just kind of like folded down back behind it. Right now the surface is messy and I can get it looking okay. It's just not as functional as it could be. Getting rid of this ugly unit and bringing in this new kitchen cart. I actually got this at Costco yesterday. They're doing some furniture deals there right now. This is a screaming deal. I've waited for years to find the perfect kitchen cart, and this is exactly what I've had in mine. I also picked up a couple of baskets for it at Target to be able to organize stuff into. It matches our other kitchen furniture, so I think it's gonna be perfect. It also has a lot more storage space in it than this ugly thing, and I am not someone who just advocates going out and buying a bunch of new stuff when you have an organizing project, but this is something that I have literally thought about for years, like since the day we moved into this house. So this is a necessary first step to minimalizing this kitchen. I'm going to set you guys over on my tripod and get to work over here. I love the way this kitchen cart slash espresso coffee station turned out. Be sure to stay tuned. Toward the end of this video, I am going to give you like the full tour of everything, show you what items I did end up keeping, which ones I'm parting with. But next it's time to move on to these corner cabinets here in my kitchen. I've got a spice cabinet as well as just kind of a random assortment junk cabinet, and I've got to get it under control. So that's what I'm going to be working on next. Okay, so now that those two upper cabinets are under control and I've got the spices where they need to be, and then that countertop, like that little corner area, and its cooking utensils and measuring cups all organized out, it's time to move on to this little corner Lazy Susan spinning cabinet situation. It's just kind of jumbled under here. There's not much to get rid of. I just wanted to reorganize it and then move on to organizing under the sink, which is probably going to be the biggest job of this whole project. Well, I've made huge progress on the kitchen. I have a bunch of stuff that I've purged out, which I will show you guys at the end, like the full tally of everything that I'm getting rid of. And when I say get rid of, I mean not necessarily throw away. Like, I have plans to donate or pass on to family and friends or to recycle. I just have a couple of spots left to do. It's this cabinet here, which has all of our like plates and bowls and cups and a few things up there that just kind of don't belong and that I now have room for in other cabinets. And then I'm gonna go through these drawers here. I'm gonna go into here, get all of that done, and once I'm done with the organization of everything else, then I'm just gonna take you through a little tour of the kitchen, show you everything that's in it, just to kind of give you an idea of like the number of items that I'm holding on to and like their functionality and their use. And then I think that'll be a wrap. I'm feeling really good about all that I've done so far. I've accomplished a lot, and if you guys are enjoying this video so far, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That helps my channel out so much. But let's go and do this cabinet now. Okay, so it's actually the next day. I have the kids in quiet time. Haley's attempting a nap, but yesterday, by the time I was done with the project, I had run out of good lighting to give you guys the tour. But now I am ready. I have crock pot meal going on up there. It has snowed. Look at that in the time since I last picked up the camera. But I'm just gonna go around the room and show you what's in each and every drawer and cabinet to give you an idea of like the collection of things that I have in my kitchen, the stuff that I kept, and then I'm gonna show you what I got rid of. So I think this is a good place to start. So here's my little espresso stand. I have my espresso machine and French press. Those are the only two methods of coffee that I really make. So let's take a look at what's in these baskets here in the cart. And I will say, before I show you, I will probably rearrange or redo how I do things. This has only been like this for the last 24 hours or so, and I've already kind of rearranged little things here and there, and that goes for the rest of the kitchen cabinets too. But this is what it's like for now. I just have my like coffee and tea making basket here, which has like whole bean coffee, and I have some loose tea, some like tea mixes in there. And then in here, this is food storage, and this is so far way better than what we had going on before with it in that horrible little microwave cart. And it's working great so far. So we have a couple of the square ones, a lot of these little round ones, these more medium-sized round ones. I have a few other tiny round ones in a different cabinet, which I'll show you. The basket down here is extra mason jars, like large size mason jars. So when I make homemade cashew or almond milk, I like to use these big amber jars. I've also made like homemade lemonade or iced tea in there, and then like the bigger mason jars. So that's what's in there. And then I'm just storing our pressure cooker right beside that basket. I don't like keeping appliances on my countertop. It just, I don't know, for some reason it just makes everything look so cluttered, just to me at least. So I don't keep my Vitamix or my Instant Pot on the countertop, or like my crock pot. So I always try to find homes for those items other than on the counter. So this is, right now at least, the Instant Pot home. And then underneath, I realized there's a good amount of clearance underneath here. And so I just have some bakeware under here. I have a couple of other bakeware pans that I can slide under. And I always wash out any pans that I use before I use them, wherever they're stored. So even if they get dusty from being on the floor, I think we're gonna be fine. This is my new spice cabinet, and I love how everything is put together in here. I don't have any spices or blends that I'm not going to use. I really got rid of so much. Like I would say about 50 or 60% of the spices that we had, I got rid of. And then up here, awkward shaped things that I don't want to be in my kitchen crock because I just don't like how they look, and they never really fit well anyway. So kind of like strainers and stuff like that. Got an apple slicer, a juicer, and I got rid of a couple of things that were duplicates or doubles. So I just have one of each. I'm gonna be storing bowls stacked here, and then I'm gonna stack bread here, like the loaves of bread that we're currently eating. There's probably a better way to do this, but again, this is such an awkwardly designed cabinet system that I'm kind of just trying to make the best use of my space as I can. This right here, by the way, is a bread machine, which I want to hold on to, and it kind of fits there and nothing else would fit there, so that's just gonna stay. And then Weston has some of his specialty knives that he puts there that don't fit into my knife block. And speaking of knife blocks, since we're here, before we go into this other cabinet, I just wanted to show you, this is our only knives except for those specialty ones that Weston has. I don't need those special ones that he has, but he really likes them. But this is all that I need. We don't have any other like steak knives or anything. I love this set by King Shin Cutlery. Highly recommend it. And it's worked really well for us. We've had it for over a year and I love it. So I have my little wooden cutting boards here in this corner. And then in this cabinet, I totally changed like the function of what's here. Kind of like this side of the lower shelf will be like honey and like peanut butters, almond butters, that sort of thing for like breakfast time, because it's just really easy to grab. I also have this little bag of Kodiak pancake mix, and then over on this side I'm just keeping like supplements and vitamins and stuff. We've never had an actual spot for supplements and vitamins before, and they just kind of ended up everywhere, but this is, I think, gonna work out for us. And then up here I just have some of my workout stuff, so my plant-based protein that I use for the smoothies that I make, the little Ninja blender which makes those smoothies. I have blades and lids, and then the cup goes in here. It's in the dishwasher right now. I have my little pre-workout that I take, and then up here I have owner's manuals and like my Breville espresso machine, like maintenance supplies and tools and stuff. And this cabinet has obviously a lot of extra room in it. I might get one of those like under cabinet little baskets to slip in here, but I just have to kind of see as we live through this organization how it all turns out. Moving down, this is the little Lazy Susan cabinet that you guys saw me go through. This is just another one of those awkward cabinets, but it works well for what we've got in here. I just kind of rearranged everything. Cooking pots here, my large Dutch oven there with the lid, my smaller, more shallow Dutch oven with the lid, and then I've got cast iron pots and like frying pans here. Back behind, like when you spin it around, I have my collection of pot lids. And then these are like my only handheld small appliances, immersion blender, and then hand mixer. And then back here behind this one, I just have my little food processor. So that's everything in the Lazy Susan cabinet. And we've got under the sink, which I still want to make some more improvements on, and I think I will be able to once I do my laundry room declutter and minimalization, because I have some extra cleaning supplies in this bin that I think I will ultimately end up storing in the laundry room, kind of like as my holdover of like my extra supplies that I have. Right now this is where they're going because I don't have that spot cleared out and ready in the other room, but this is how it is for right now. You guys didn't see me do this. I actually did this morning. I have these little slide out drawers that I got for my bathroom organization project, but I wanted to pop this one down here because last night when we were doing some food packaging and I was making lunch for Weston, having the Ziploc bags in here just was not working. They were starting to spill out. So we don't use Ziploc bags all that often, but when we do, it will be nice to have them easily accessible. So I have like sandwich size here, gallon size here, and then we do use reusable sandwich bags and like food wrap. I have some of this beeswax wrap, some other little silicone sandwich bags, so I'm putting those here. And then we have parchment paper, aluminum foil, stretch wrap, all in this little bin. Our most used cleaners is just this all-purpose spray. I also have one up there above the sink, and then Lysol wipes for if we have any, like, you know, raw chicken or whatever that we just definitely want to kill any germs. Always have the Folex spray on hand because that is what I use to clean up any spots on our carpet or upholstery. Got dishwasher detergent back there. I have some supplies for taking care of my houseplants, like a little fertilizer and pH balance and root rot minimizer. And then I just have this Clorox bleach because about once a month I bleach out my sink, and it's nice to have this on hand, especially since these are child-proof doors and I don't want the kids to get to it, even though they could probably figure out how to open it. They have never gotten curious and gone under the sink. The freezer meal chili is defrosting in there. But up here, I'm really happy with how this turned out. So I have our basic everyday dinnerware up here. These are the Corelle plates. We've got the bowls, the smaller plates, the larger plates. These I use for serving like little sauces and stuff. This is like the Anchor brand that you saw for our food storage. The little lids for these are in that food storage bin in the espresso stand. But I like to keep these up in the cabinet. These kind of serve the similar sort of purpose, except they don't have lids to them. Some of these bowls have lids that I also keep over there in that food storage bin, but I mostly use these as like mixing bowls. and like when I put salads together or whatever. And then I keep mason jars, like the smaller mason jars, and their lids up here. And I love these hooks. Weston really loved this. He came home and he was like, oh my gosh, that's genius. So thank you, Pinterest. Got my little shot glasses for when I make small espresso drinks. And then I have my stemware, my nice actual porcelain dinnerware that we serve for guests sometimes, along with the coordinating mugs that go with it. I have a tiered stand and then some other little like serving bowls. So this is where you'll see I'm not an extreme minimalist. We do have doubles of stuff. It's because we're a family of 5 who eats 3 meals a day from home most of the time. And then when we have people over, we need even more. Like dinnerware and stuff. So that's what's in that cabinet. Very happy with how that turned out. Much less crowded now that I got rid of so much stuff. And then down in the drawers, I did this utensil drawer, which these drawers, they're so long and narrow. I had to find something that fit it all together without getting too far deep. And I think this is the solution. I like this little flatware organizer, knives, spoons, forks, and then other little random stuff. And then in here, this is just a bin that I got from Target, and I just have like our most used non-flatware little tools. So like rice scooper, can opener, and then in this skinny little drawer here in the front, I just have some kitchen clips, which I have them in a different spot. Some of them are also in like my utility room. So I'm going to add to this collection here. You guys saw me put in this little bamboo divider, which is working well so far in the day that I've had it in here. And I just needed a spot to put all of my metal straws. I have some silicone straws in there, and then also have some chopsticks, and then my little aim and flame. But that is the flatware drawer. Next we have my towel drawer, which I need to do laundry. As you can see, we're looking a little meager compared to yesterday. We go through so many towels. And in the next drawer, I have just our most used little cutting boards and our strainer. It's nice that it collapses down so you can store it flat. And then here's the kids drawer. I did get rid of a few things in here, just doubles, extras of what we didn't need. And these little plates, some bowls, some smaller bowls, and then Haley's little silicone bibs, which I'm gonna leave the link to these bibs in the description box. They're by This Saturday Baby, and they're so cute. And then underneath we have little like learning placemats. Okay, so I'm out in my garage right now because I brought everything out to here because we are going to sort through it and take it either to the thrift store, Salvation Army, or if there's any like actual garbage, we'll take it and dispose of it. But we have so much stuff that I got rid of. This bag here is mostly full with like seasonings and stuff. That we just don't use anymore, never liked, etc. So that's full of stuff. In this box, I have other stuff from the kitchen that I'm just not going to use anymore. A couple of little colanders, this waffle maker, which is so nice to have, but we hardly ever use it, so it was just taking up unnecessary space in our cabinet. I have a small crock pot that I never use, cheese grater, all sorts of tongs and random little like measuring cups and stuff that could definitely have a better home, not here. And I have some vases and some cleaning supplies that I just don't use. I love a couple of Young Living things, but I tried this fruit and veggie soak and it just was not good. So I'm gonna pass that on. Some spray bottles, odds and ends, random stuff in there, and then this little box of just like the mugs and cups that I no longer want or use anymore. So some stuff that's perfectly good to donate or to pass on to family and friends, and then other stuff that just needs to be tossed. So I'd say there's a couple hundred items here at least, but again, minimalism for me is not about the number of items, but their function and how well they function in your home. And these things were not functioning well, so bye. Well, that is everything for today's video and for the first video in my Messy to Minimal series. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me while I went through each and every nook and cranny of this kitchen and reorganized, decluttered, minimalized. I am so happy with the number of things that I'm actually parting with because it means they're going to go to better homes where they can be actually used and not just sitting here in my own cabinets collecting dust. So if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up before you leave. And if you like watching organization or cleaning videos, I will have a whole playlist linked in the description box that you guys would enjoy. Make sure you're subscribed with that bell button turned on so you don't miss more videos in this series. I hope to see you back for more. I have lots more to do in this house, so there's going to be plenty more in my Messy to Minimal series. So I will catch you later.